Lesson 3.7, Solving Inequalities Using Multiplication and Division. When you solve inequalities using multiplication or division, when you multiply each side of an inequality by a positive number, it produces an equivalent inequality. But when you multiply each side of an inequality by a negative number, you reverse the direction of the inequality symbol. So anytime you multiply each side by a negative number, you reverse the direction of the inequality symbol. You can see here we divided by a 6, and this did not change. Here we divided or multiplied by a -3, and this switched. Okay, and again, this is technically division. You moved a positive, so it does not switch. But when you move a negative, you physically are moving the negative number. Right here, they're both negative. The inequality flips. Oops, that's 5. For this example, -1/4 times n. Remember, to get rid of multiplying by a fraction, you multiply by the reciprocal, which would be -4. It flips because what am I multiplying by? A -4. Okay? It's what you're doing to both sides. Same thing with dividing. So when you multiply or divide by a negative number, it reverses. Here you divide by a positive, so it does not flip. This next one you divide by a negative, so it does flip, or reverse. Here was the negative, and it flips. Example 2, divide by -9. So you flip the inequality because I divided by that negative. Here's your answer. -5 is less than x. Please pause the video and try 1 through 4. Remember, the inequality flips or reverses when you physically are moving to both sides a negative. Number 1, to clear the dividing by 7, we multiply by 7 on both sides. N, 49. Do not flip because that is a positive. Number 2, multiply by the reciprocal, which is -5, to both sides. This is y. This is -100. And it flips because I physically moved a -5. Here's the variable x. Divide each side by -2. -13. X. Does this flip? Yes, it does, because it's a -2. Number 4, divide by 8. T, 8. Do not flip because this is a positive. Even if this was a -64, I am not physically moving the negative, so it does not flip. And you can graph these just like you graph the other ones. Okay, whereas if it's open, if it looks like that, it's closed if it has the line underneath with the or equal to, and the arrow represents the variable. We are skipping example 3. Just remember that when you are multiplying or dividing by a negative, flip or reverse the inequality symbol.